Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Bears preview and prediction video. Now this week's a little unique because normally our opponents have played and we're recording this Monday afternoon before Vegas does take on the Chargers. Now the Bears are coming off a big win Sunday versus the Lions. I'm of course joined by Zach, who seems to be playing like room roulette with us over there. Zach, it seems like you got a different room every week, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this will be the room that I'll be in from now on, but yeah, I mean, it seems like that.
YouTube, you guys better tell them, where are the damn Bears posters, Zach? Those need to be put up immediately.
Okay, give it a second, all right?
Anyways, okay, so we obviously watched the game together Sunday, and there were some positive and some negative takeaways. Of course, I want to talk to you about some of the injuries, and then we will dive into next Sunday's matchup versus Vegas. Now, I don't know, I'm sure you saw Monty, they're praying, looks like it's not an ACL, which is obviously the most important thing. We don't know much about Akeem Hicks right now. That was a huge loss. You could see it with the run defense right off the bat.
I mean, it'll be a big hit if he cannot play, but I'm not too worried about it. You look at the Raiders, and obviously they played one less game at the time of this recording, but their leading rusher, Payne Barber, only has 143 yards compared to David Montgomery's around 310. So it's not, the Raiders aren't a run first kind of offense. So that's going to help because we cannot focus on that if Akeem's not out there. But it's also going to hurt us because our secondary is also kind of questionable at times.
Yeah, it's important to mention Josh Jacobs has been injured all year, and we don't even know if he's going to play tonight. I think there's a reason why David Carr leads the league in passing yards per game as of right now. Like he's over 400 yards per game because I thought that they got Waller. Obviously they have Ruggs. They have a lot of weapons. They have Renfro. They have so many weapons on offense that at times, like you said, they kind of abandon the run game and just decide to start throwing it around, slinging it around. The Bears defense Sunday I didn't think looked great. We had some big stops, but at the same time, it just felt like they were constantly in our red zone, and that's something that totally needs to be tightened up before we head to Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders aren't a team to sleep on. I mean, as of right now, they're 3-0. We'll see what
One
happens.
of only 2 undefeated teams left.
Exactly. I mean, David Carr has kind of silenced some people. I mean, he's always been known as like the guy who just slings it, but hasn't been bad. He's completed 88 out of 136. He has over 1,200 yards already in 3 games.
That's super impressive. Yeah, and like we talked about, they seem to be on prime time all the time. So I feel like I've watched enough Raiders games to tell you that David Carr looks like an elite quarterback this season. Now, the last thing I want to say about the Bears defense before we do head over to the offensive side of the ball is the fact that, did you know that we lead the league in sacks right now? That's like kind of a surprising fun fact of the day that the Bears are leading the NFL in sacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, was it Cleveland? We had like 6 or something.
Yeah.
6 or 7, and then we had 3 this week. And so, I mean, like, it's like Robert Quinn has impressed me so much this year. He went from having one of the most disappointing years last year to now having 4.5 sacks.
Zach, if anything, I think that shows that he really was injured last season.
Yeah.
So Khalil's look great. We're getting pressure defensively. We need to tighten some things up. Hopefully we can take care of business on that side of the ball. As we look towards offensively, I'm sure you saw reports today that Matt Nagy reiterated that Andy Dalton will be the starter if he is healthy, which is not something neither of us want to hear.
No, I mean, it's no disrespect to Andy Dalton because he's had an amazing career and he's a great quarterback, but give us Justin Fields.
We want Justin Fields, man. Come on.
And I mean, you look at Justin Fields' stats: 25 of 52, 347, 2 picks. Those 2 picks, one was his fault completely in that Cleveland game, but the one he threw this week was a tipped ball at the line, and just the safety was able to get there. But I mean, he played the ball, had some great passes, and Bill Lazor called a perfect gameplay. I think. I mean, he was able to give him deep balls. He was able to give him medium and like short range balls, and he excelled at it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looked like a totally different game plan than week 1 Andy Dalton versus the Rams. You just mentioned we threw the ball deep, 4 or 5 times and had success with it. And Justin Fields linking up with Mooney off the bat a couple times. Allen Robinson got involved as well. It was it was just a fun game to watch from a Bears perspective on offense, which is something I don't think neither of us had much to say over the last few years. Saying that, the Raiders defense is very much improved. They got some big pickups. Max Crosby's been awesome, and Ngakwe's he's a problem as well. They've improved vastly on the defense side of the ball, and it's showing this season. Again, we haven't seen them play tonight against somebody of Justin Herbert's caliber, so I'm intrigued. Normally, Zach and I watch Monday Night Football just from like a fan perspective, but I feel like we're going to kind of be scouting things out to see what the Bears can take advantage of and where we might have some trouble tonight, huh?
It's kind of a polar opposite. Like, our run defense is what we've done well, but their passing is what they've been doing well on the offensive side. Our run is what we've been doing well, but I feel like that defense has been able to stop a run a decent amount with Yannick and Max Crosby. And I mean, somebody who's underrated in my opinion is KJ Wright for him right now.
Yeah.
And so
that was a big pickup for them.
It'll be I'm interested to see how we match up against them, and I'm very interested to see what happens in this game.
Zach, now you know where I'm going with this. Give us your Week 5 Bears versus Raiders prediction, please.
Week 5, no longer at 10 a.m.
Thankfully.
It's a 1 o'clock game.
An afternoon game. Thank you.
But the Bears are going to go into Vegas.
New stadium.
And the Bears, they're 0-2 on the road. And it pains me to say that this year. Our only ones came at home. But that's changing this week, upcoming week, as the Bears are going to beat the Raiders. They're going to win a solid 31-28.
Wow, 31 points?
Yeah. And that's if Justin Fields starts.
Well, okay, so that's if Justin Fields starts. Fair enough. Guys, let us know in the comments down below your thoughts, your predictions. Please make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do drop a subscription if you enjoy the content. Check out Zach. He streams down on Twitch every single night. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.